All right, here we go again. Buckle up, rough roads ahead. So yeah, they did interrupt my routine, that's for sure. Again, that's from spin. I'm sure they're using spells. They're focusing me on me today because I have several things going on today. Right. Well, again, they already they're trying to put in the mind. That's because you're not going to church. That's BS. That's the first thing they interrupted was the church attendance. Right. Like I told you, I'm assured of my salvation. What they use churches for is to confuse the victim, to make the victim believe that they're, going to be condemned to hell because they don't go to church or they do some sin. So again, they're wacko, and they use it for corrupt purpose. And they're the ones that get people to believe they got to commit acts of violence for, for God or something like that. So they're willing that. And they hate me because I tell people, no, you're not going to receive a blip to engage in an act of violence for God. Mm. Physical violence. Yeah, they know what they're doing. They're sickos, man. They'll be destroyed. Either here and in hell, it doesn't matter. But I understand the hells are increasing here in reference to them. There are several changes occurring. There are several entities that are now poised to increase their metaphysical presence. I received a blip this morning from the security equipment manufacturers that they're now going to put a curse on anybody that overcomes their security system. So if they use hacking or they use jammers or whatever, there's a curse attached that wasn't there before. Well, essentially, the manufacturers will find their lives decreasing in a certain way. They're definitely hacking the app. All right, looks like we're still on. I'm on a different device and just LinkedIn. They're definitely hacking the apps. So what I was saying is that the security equipment manufacturers are now applying a curse to anybody that jams or hacks their devices or equipment or apps or any of it. So if you overcome it, even physical theft, if you find a way to overcome it. So that wasn't there before. For them, that costs them money, and they know that. So most people won't extend themselves like that until something starts hitting their life. So they're seeing the signs that they're being taken down because their equipment's just not up to the level of security that it needs to be. Well, as far as I know, I'm thinking that law enforcement's not really going after everybody that's using jammers. Again, they grease the palm and they'll let them do whatever they want. Right. So there's people using jammers out there that somehow are paying to use them, paying their a corruption fee. Excellent. But again, there's a metaphysical that's picking up. So anybody that's part of it will receive the curses and the plagues thereof. So they chose today because I have a bunch of things going on to curse me, and again, that's why a bunch of things are going on. Otherwise, it would have been spread out better. Right. Well, I could have scheduled this appointment if I'd have scheduled earlier in the week. I could have scheduled it on Saturday. If I'm not mistaken. So, right. And I missed my Sabbath candles and all that. So the evil is obviously up. You have to take it down. Well, again, I'm your best friend. I'm explaining how things are going to work, not the mantra that you're using, because it's the mantra is not going to work past a certain point, and it really isn't working now. Right? But the problem is you're all in a closed thing, a closed loop. So you're only hearing from your own people, and it's kind of brainwashing all of you. And I believe there might be double agents manipulating all of you. And that could be also internet manipulation to encourage you. Again, they wire you to feel good about certain things, and then eventually they wire you to feel good about the things you're making mistakes about. Well, again, if you decrease taxes but increase tariffs and the prices go up, it'll be a one-for-one trade. It won't be as bad, but essentially all you need is to make wealthy people pay their taxes. Again, the Democrats screwed it up because they went too far. Right? They were trying to make like monster taxes, which were way too big. Right? So you need to spread it out a little bit more and decrease the taxes a little bit. Thank you, Mary. So I don't even know if this guy is going to be able to do my cranial tissues right or not. Yes, I'm way ahead of schedule. Well, I don't think he said he could do them before, but they're saying that he knows, right? But I'll just tell him the muscle groups that are having issues, right? Thanks, Larry. So again, they were attracted to focus on me because I have a massage today. I'm getting a new hearing aid today, and there's other things. And it's going to that hearing aid will be reimbursed. Wait, I can't remember where. Oh, we got to go across the highway. Oh, actually, I got to go here. I think. Again, they'll try to say, well, he wasn't. He wasn't grateful for what he had. I always said I was grateful for what I had. It's just I knew what they were doing and what the long term effects of it would be, and that did play out. Thank you, Larry. I always say I'm grateful to God. I'm not grateful to them for what they're doing. I said that's what I'm speaking about. I'm not an ingrate to God. I thank God for everything. Again, I always say I wouldn't even be this healthy without God. But again, I wouldn't be this unhealthy without them, and they are Satan incarnate, even if they're the preacher in your church. I mean, they skewed the Bible so bad, it's not even funny. You would think God and Jesus are psychotic with what way they explain it. So there, I skipped it. I passed it. Okay, there's a Target over here. That's pretty interesting. Right. So, I'm seeing some. So. curse is effectuated. A ton of them were fired. I mean, come on. Right. I just don't know if they'll be able to sue and make $1 million. Right. Or get their jobs back. Thank you, Larry. There's that. Oh, yeah. So, yeah. I'm thinking of this way to do this. I'm devising a program. Okay, so the cool church there's a rise of the cool church, and there's nothing wrong with that if it attracts the youth. But again, those are the areas we have trouble with. So we need to do something to make sure that the youth pastors and pastors don't fall. Heal. That's part of it. Heal the kids in your church all the time, and heal the people in your church all the time. Even though everything might look well in your church, you have to heal those things away. Well, stay peaceful, praise God, and all that you do.